Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Colonelcast, also known as the COLONELBAT, because we're back with another Batman film today. It's Year One, an adaptation of Frank Miller's famous retelling of Batman's origin story. I am Purple Bat Guy, and with me is Florian Bat Guy.
Hey, I'm Commissioner Gordon, as played by Bryan Cranston, who has recently turned 69. Isn't that nice?
69? How's he going to be in the next Godzilla if he dies? That's so old.
Well, he's already died in Godzilla, so I guess he doesn't have to worry about that.
That's true. They should do a prequel and bring him back. But also with me is... I'm trying to think of the villain of this movie, but there's really not... I don't even know who the villain would be. Whatever. Yeah. E-Rich is here for the COLONELBAT as always.
Yeah, here to cheat on my wife and feel bad about it. It's E-Rich.
Yeah, it's better than feeling good about it, for your soul. So.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. This is it's Batman Year One. It is Frank Miller. He wrote the origin again in the post-crisis. Is this post-crisis? I don't even remember. I think it's post, because Crisis was 86, right? And this is after, I think. And when they rebooted DC, I think they got a new origin story where Batman was more gritty and more dark and stuff. They're not just reusing the 40s version that's all crusty and old. And this remained Batman's definitive origin story for quite a long time in the comics and stuff. And it's been adapted over and over. Like, there's large chunks of this appear in like The Batman and in Batman Begins, of course, and all sorts of stuff. So it's a big one.
I guess he's kind of similar to the Commissioner Gordon from Gotham as well, right?
From the Gotham show?
Cheating. Yeah.
I never saw that, honestly. I saw a supercut of the Joker scenes, and that's all I saw.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Missing out.
That was okay. But yeah.
Yeah, those were apparently not good.
Yeah. I don't know. But there's this story. It's a very simple kind of story, and the movie's very short. Because it is so simple and so quick and so easy to tell, it's just Batman.
It's like an hour, right?
Yeah, it's only like 60-something minutes. This podcast may very well be over that, so we'll see.
Longer than it,
yeah. I'm not sure it is.
64 minutes.
Much.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's yeah. There's a lot of odd things in here that come from like it's trying to be kind of grounded and stuff, but there's also like there's a bit where he kicks a tree over. He fucking kicks it right off of the stump and it falls down, and that's like I went to check that to see if that's in the comic, and it is. So
yeah, you're giving Zack Snyder shit for having like the ninjas destroy walls, But
I don't care about the destruction of the Zack Snyder stuff. That's some of the cool stuff, It's weird when Superman does it, but it's fun, and that's pretty fun in those movies. Is like how blowed up some of those buildings get. So
well, you said you didn't believe that Rorschach has superpowers.
Well, for Watchmen, no. That's a whole different thing, though. Those guys shouldn't have these superpowers.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have that, though. I believe Batman could, because he's trained to like a comic book degree, But those guys are like supposed to be regular people in silly outfits.
No, the comedian has been working for the government as much as for like his whole life, and he was fighting the Viet Cong.
Yeah, but in real life, you can train forever, and you'll never kick a tree over. It's not going to happen. Unless it's a very small tree.
Hard enough.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone can kick a tree over. Is this what you do on your hikes? Do you go around and you just kick down every tree on the mountain?
Yeah, they haven't figured out yet. It was me, There's always some trees missing.
That's scary.
Yeah. Well, gotta be careful,
But yeah, this is the main focus on this as far as the villains is like it's not, there's no costumed criminals yet, and they sort of at the end of the film they sort of usher in the new Batman age at the end of it, but it's mostly dealing with like the mob and corruption between the mob and between the cops and everything. And that's sort of an interesting way to take it, because it is.
What's amazing to me watching this is just how much, and I've read the Year One comic, but like just how much the other Batman movies have just stolen completely from this. Because the end of the Batman Begins, it just uses this where
the same
they're
ending.
like, we've spotted some Joker cards, so the Joker is going to be a problem going forward. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's partially because when Darren Aronofsky wanted to make a Batman movie, his Batman was going to be Batman Year One, so maybe they just recycled what was already there for that script at the time.
Well, his was, I think, partially Year One and partially like Batman was poor and he lived with an old black guy named Al who would be his Alfred or something. Yeah. So it's really weird, like what these directors decide they want to take from the comics and what they don't.
Right.
It's always very strange.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, there's always this is like one of the most influential ones here, you know. And you especially get a lot of the mob stuff and the Catwoman sort of angle on it with the Batman recently. Like she's basically the same Catwoman, you know, except not with the silly costume with the whiskers that they have in this, which I like quite a lot. I guess that's probably one of her prostitute outfits, I guess, right? Like, because it looks like a very silly, weird Halloween fetish costume. So, that's pretty good. And and they have the part where Batman like flies around a little bit in the Batman, right? He gets like the wingsuit, I think. But in this, he's got a whole fucking hang glider, and he just flies around on that, and that's my favorite bit in the movie. But yeah, it's fun. I do think though that the movie itself, like if you're just watching it as a movie, it is you're missing a lot of, because Frank Miller, of course, he loves his narration. He loves having these characters say badass shit in their heads to like justify every action they take. But you have none of that here, so a lot of it feels very strange. Like there are times when characters will do something and it's like, why are you doing this right now? This seems unhinged.
You either go for full monologues while things are happening, or you just don't. Yeah,
and they do a little bit of it, but not all of it, which you kind of need that, I think, for the Year One story to really work. But yeah,
wow,
because
it's just like that other movie we just did. It's somehow incomplete without having read the comic.
Yeah, well, that's the danger when you're adapting anything, you know, is that you'll lose all sorts of important parts of it, and I think this does, unfortunately. It looks decent, I think, as far as these animated movies go. It looks better than like Killing Joke did.
Yeah, I was honestly kind of shocked at how good the animation is compared to the shit that they're doing now, like compared to Invincible. Like, we really used to have it all, and we just kind of lost it.
Well, I don't even think this is...
Invincible makes so much. There's so much Invincible, and this is like one hour movie. Come on.
Yeah. Well, like, the joke
obviously like it's way better to have all the story being told in timely fashion and having like one movie that looks good. And I'm not even sure
there's entire seasons of anime that are really well animated, and Invincible is bad.
I don't think anime looks better than Invincible that much. That's like anime is pretty lazy too.
I don't know. That's just, Invincible does look very weird and stilted in a lot of the clips I see.
So static and so stilted, and like they even make fun of it themselves.
Yeah, they have the line about the animators. They'll cut to a wide shot or go behind someone or whatever when people are talking. You know, that's a good bit.
That is so weird. Was that in the comics?
I assume in the comic it's like an equivalent joke. I mean, right?
In the comics, it's about like them reusing frames and stuff like that. But
yeah, exactly. So they didn't make it because they agree with it. They just they're just self-deprecating as a joke, in the comic.
But the comic for Invincible,
deprecate then.
Yeah, well, the comic for Invincible, it would have like world-class art and stuff, you know, like, because what is it, Image or something? They got good artists working on that, probably. So it's but they do not have a great animation team on the show. Good. No, I don't know.
If you know anything about animation and you agree, say something in the comments that proves Florian wrong.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on Invincible and on Batman Year One animation. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's pretty unfair to compare a movie to a show that has like really long episodes. Like, anime doesn't usually have hour-long episodes, okay? Like you have to make concessions, like if you're gonna put out that much content. Like anime, like they take forever to come out as well. Invincible is coming out pretty fast actually these days, comparatively to how much content they're making.
All I hear is people complain that Invincible is taking so long, that they're doing like a year between like half seasons and stuff. That's all I hear about it, so I don't know. I think
they just delayed like that season slightly, but then like the next season came out on time, I think.
Are they on season like 4 now or something, or I don't even know.
No, 3.
Okay, well that's the one everyone's complaining about the delays for, though, that I've heard. So I don't know.
I think season 2 was the delayed ones because they released the first half and then the second half a year later.
Oh, well, I don't know then. I should probably watch Invincible someday, or maybe not if it looks bad. I don't know.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Oh my god.
I watch too much superhero stuff as it is, honestly, but yeah.
How can you watch too much superhero stuff?
There's so much of it. I gotta watch the whole Marvel.
You're doing Batman.
Well, yeah, I gotta watch all the Batman and all the Marvel stuff, that's like 80 movies, so.
Wow.
It's obscene.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, you're right. Go get back to work instead. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think one big failing of this movie, I think, is I hate to say it, but the actor playing Batman, I think, is kind of terrible. Honestly, Whoa. He's not. I don't think his acting is too terrible.
I like that actor, but yeah, I think you're right that his voice acting is not particularly good.
Yeah, well, he sounds high pitched and like he doesn't sound like gruff Batman, and he shouldn't sound that gruff because he is young, but like he doesn't sound like Batman to me. He sounds like someone else. So I don't know. He could do a good
Ryan from the OC.
Yeah, I don't even know who the actor is. Yeah, I just know Bryan Cranston is in this. That's the only one.
Ben McKenzie.
Okay, yeah. I got the other actor I know is Harvey Dent. He shows up for a minute. And he's played by Robin Atkin Downes, who recently played Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man cartoon that came out, Friendly Neighborhood. And he also played the medic in Team Fortress 2. So he's a famous voice actor in Valve circles.
That is amazing, man. That was such better times when they used to make Team Fortress shorts.
Yeah, they don't. They made them all. They made all 9 and they stopped, so.
I guess so, but they didn't finish the comics.
They did finish the comic pretty recently, actually. They put out the last comic and it's like 500 pages or some shit.
Oh my god, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, they finished the whole thing, so there you go.
Wow, was it worth the wait?
I didn't read it because I don't read the fucking Team Fortress comic. I've never cared about any of that, so.
Gotta read it!
Man. No, I don't care. It's fucking I don't care about TF2's fucking lore. Shit's lame.
No, it's cool.
Wow.
It's no good.
Got rich people fighting, and the only thing they can't agree on is what team color they're on,
I don't know. They got their Australian makes them live forever or whatever. That's fine. I don't need to care about that.
That's cool. I like when rich people live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
That's what you're hoping for, is to be like a living skeleton being like infused with fucking gold into your veins or whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll just have like pills that make us live forever now. Like AI is gonna make that happen real fast.
I think it's more likely we go like brains in jars kind of thing. That's gonna be the first. Immortality is just that, and that's gonna suck. So.
I mean, I'd like to be a brain in a jar. You probably just have like really fast internet access. And no more carpal tunnel.
I guess so. Yeah. But yeah. There's the bit in this where Jim Gordon, he gets off of the train, right, and he goes to he's getting assaulted or annoyed by this like guy who's trying to sell him a book or something. I think. He's just saying things. He's saying weird things that kind of work when you're reading it as a comic, but these lines are kind of weird and confusing when you're watching it as a movie. And then his buddy comes out and just beats the shit out of this guy. I don't remember exactly what he did, but he hurt him like a lot. for bothering Jim Gordon here. And
well,
like,
I mean, he's just really tough on the homeless, and man,
yeah,
I
he's a
find
bad
that so
cop.
relatable. That we always have these homeless people selling newspapers. Okay, there I go committing thought crimes again. But
Was this your literally you moment where you beat the fuck out of this homeless guy? Is this what you want to do every day on the train?
Is this guy bothering you? Bam! Wow.
Yeah. I want to say like picked him up by his throat and threw him across the room or something. It's pretty good.
And then Jordan's like, "Is he gonna be okay?" And then he's writing in his book, "Oh man, this is some real bad cop we got here. I gotta lay low and learn, and then use this at the right time."
Yeah, and he tries to take down this guy, this asshole. So and he does eventually. He gets him. Well, they don't really. They kind of lose the plot thread on this specific guy, I think, a little bit, because he just gets really scared by Batman, and then he gets made fun of, and that's I think the last we see of him.
I think that's Bullock, right?
No, Bullock's a good guy. Okay, he's not like this big of an asshole. I don't think that's Bullock.
I mean, Bullock is like the worst cop, I think, right?
This guy's like Flass or something, right? Bullock's not a bad cop. He just doesn't like Batman, which makes him bad in our eyes. But like he's usually like a decent cop,
Maybe. Well,
he's got a good soul, Harvey Bullock, and they don't really deal with him in anything other than that, like the '90s
he's
cartoon.
Called Harvey too?
Yeah, 2 people can be named Harvey.
That's pretty lazy.
Is it? I don't know. It just who came first? I wonder. Probably Harvey Dent, because that's like a '40s character, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess in the old animated show they have Bullock like.
No, that's in the '90s though. So
Right, but it's gotta be from a comic that's even older, right?
Yeah, but I'd guess Bullock is from the '80s. Let me look this up. Harvey Bullock first appearance. Detective Comics number 441. Why doesn't it tell me the release date?
That's pretty early.
74. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent's gonna be from the 40s though. Okay, just watch. Yeah, 42. Detective Comics 66. Created by Bob Kane, supposedly, but Bob Kane didn't create a whole lot of anything, so.
Well,
yeah. You should look up Bob Kane's original version of Batman. He's like the guy who was credited solely for creating Batman for years, but you look at his version of Batman and it's awful. Yeah, he's got the red outfit and like the stiff, shitty bat wings and like the domino mask, and he's blonde, and he looks terrible. And it's just like, the artist Bill Finger went and fixed that, made him a good character. Yeah. There's a lot of things like that. Stan Lee did a lot of his own amount of that sort of thing too, where he'd have an idea that was kind of okay, and then an artist would make
actually
it cool.
flesh it out.
Yeah.
Well, he walked so that Batman could fly. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's an even worse case though, where like Stan Lee was like. I mean, even for like writing comics, like Stan Lee would just get the fucking artist to like write and draw the whole thing based on a couple ideas, and then he'd like fill in the dialogue. So really, like all the story is decided by the artist for those comics anyway, But I want to say for Bob Kane and Bill Finger, the situation was even worse for like as far as crediting. But I don't know. It's not good. This is an old comics issue, But
Wow.
They do comics different now. They do them like they write a script for them, and they have for like 40 years. So the writer actually writes them, and that's probably better.
So.
Yeah, that's a better thing to be doing. I forget though. Did Frank Miller draw this? I don't even know. Batman Year One, because he usually draws his own stuff. I'm pretty sure. No, it wasn't.
It's ugly as sin.
David Mazzucchelli did the art for it. Okay, that's neat. But yeah, it's Frank Miller is an interesting character as far as comics go, because he did Batman Returns, which was like a massive revelatory thing for the character. It completely reinvented him as like a gritty, down to earth, like creepy kind of character and stuff. Not villain. Batman's a good guy.
Well,
But and then
Wait,
he
what
did
is
this.
Batman Begins? Is that like the second part of a trilogy or what?
Batman Begins. That's
No,
the movie.
So you said Batman Returns.
Oh, Dark Knight Returns. That's like that was a comic. It basically the conceit of that was like, what if Batman had aged in real time? So instead of being like in his 20s, he's 60 or so, and he's like grizzled and old. And it's the last Batman story, where like he fights the Joker one last time. He regains the respect of the people in the city, and he fights Superman and stuff. And there's a lot of that shows up in Batman vs Superman, like the suit that he wears and everything. That's all from that. So all the cool stuff in the Snyder movies, that's straight from Batman Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, and the movie version of that is great. I can't wait till we get there. Yeah.
Well, you like Batman v Superman?
No, Dark Knight
he's talking
Returns.
about Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. I dread the day we get Batman vs Superman on this, because I'm gonna have to watch that director's cut. Fucking 4 hours.
Next week.
It could be.
Really,
We'll see.
It's not that long, A, and B, it's better than the theatrical movie.
I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm sure it's better than the theatrical, but that's not a high bar, so I don't know.
Well, I guess I remember hating it back in the day, and then I liked it, so maybe that was the new cut. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see it now after we've done so much other Batman stuff. See how it compares.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, one interesting thing about the way this wheel has turned out is we've done a lot of the really important, like, classic Batman stuff. We've got
Right.
Killing Joke, we got this, we got Batman 66. Like, we've set the stage, and it's only appropriate that we get the Tim Burton one next, I think. So,
Wow.
but we probably won't. We'll probably get Birds of Prey or some shit. So let's see.
Well, it'd be awful if we just got like all of the new stuff after. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Wouldn't be too bad, but we'll see.
Yeah, I guess it would just be like we have it in the real world.
Yeah, I'm craving like a real live action Batman movie again, but we'll see.
Well, are there many of those?
There's quite a few. There's at least like 10 or so. Yeah.
Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we'll see. But yeah.
10's not that many, I guess. There's
Do
like a
you
million
count
animated
Bat Kid
ones.
Begins?
It's not animated, but it's
Florian, there's more Batman movies than there is any other superhero.
Yeah, by a lot.
That's surprising, I guess.
There's more
I guess it makes
Spider-Man.
sense.
Yeah, Spider-Man's sitting at 8 right now, right?
Yeah, unless you count
Spider-Man has been
those,
so lazy.
Spider-Verse
I can't believe they're not using that Spider IP more. That would be such a game changer if they used it more.
They're using a lot of Spider-Man stuff. We just did Madam
some
Web and
fun.
Craven and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I meant Spider-Man himself.
Well,
Give me more Spider-Man.
he's taking a break, okay, because they did No Way Home and didn't want to do anything for a while. Tom Holland
Lazy.
needed to go golfing or whatever. So
I hate that about the Marvel stuff. How everything's just like, oh yeah, just so slowly coming out. Just bang out some Spider-Mans, please.
they do a lot of movies in the Marvel universe. They do those pretty quick, I think.
I guess
There's
so.
a Spider-Man show that just came out though, so there's always like a Spider-Man project coming out. That show is really good. So, but yeah, but
Guess I'll
Batman
just
Year
check
One,
it out.
yeah. What do you guys think of the way that the origin like plays out here for Batman? Because I think it's fantastic.
I mean, it's basically the way it happens in the comic, right? Like,
Oh yeah, it's
where he has the speech to Alfred about yes, father, I must become the Bat or whatever.
Yeah, he's talking to the statue, and he's ready to die unless he gets a sign and stuff, and then the fucking bat crashes
the
through
bat
his
is there.
window.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh, he was ready to die? I didn't get that.
He was
Wow.
saying like, "Oh, I'll just fucking let myself die. I could ring the bell for Alfred, but unless I fucking get a sign right now, I'm just gonna die here." So,
I thought he was just gonna give up being Batman. Jeez, or what even he was before
he
that.
was gonna give up being Matches Malone, the vagrant he disguises himself as. Which that comes back up in Dark Knight Returns. That's like what he goes back to for when he's undercover. That's just what he does. Is he dresses up as Matches Malone, the homeless guy. So that's great.
That's so Rorschach of him. Damn.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, and he gets stabbed by that child prostitute. So,
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does get stabbed in this, but it's no biggie, I guess.
Well, he would have died though if he didn't get Alfred's help, and then he was inspired to become the Batman that we all know.
Ah.
Yeah, and I like that we see later when he goes to the fucking crime boss's like house and stuff. We see for a minute him like setting up the light and like cutting the wires for their stuff and everything so he can make a grand entrance. I like when you get to see a bit of like Batman setting up his stuff for his bit that he does to intimidate people. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a real classic, because the origin story for Batman before this in the comics was like he's like sits in his chair and thinks, how will I be a superhero? And then a bat flies into his house, doesn't break the window, it just flies in because he left the window open, and he's like, oh yes, I will be the Batman, he says, in his 40s voice.
I swear it happened like that in this one. I don't know.
It does way
differently than me.
Well, they just made it really dramatic. They made it heightened and crazy and gritty for the 80s, which is.
Well, I thought it was still extremely silly how he's like, yes, this bat has now inspired me to become this specific brand of crime fight.
But it came in and it stared into his soul and stuff, and they had a real understanding there.
Wow.
And then he calls all the bats at the end.
In the future, they've got Batman. Wait, no, not Batman Returns.
Batman Beyond.
What's the third Batman?
Oh, third Batman. Dark Knight Rises.
Morbius, actually.
Batman Forever.
No, Batman Forever. That's it.
Yeah.
With the psychology angle for Batman there, where he remembers the big flapping bat.
Yeah, that was going to be a much bigger part of that. The Joel Schumacher original cut was going to be more.
We need the original Joel Schumacher cut. Release the Schumacher.
They're not going to release any director's cut for a movie that could actually be like. Well, I guess Justice League was improved by it, right? But they're only going to do it for that movie and never anything else. It sucks.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear your opinion on that, because I think that the Zack Snyder Justice League was just so ass. Like, it had all the good content, but then it was like it was so ass in its execution.
So, Florian, you prefer the Joss Whedon version of Justice League?
I mean, I preferred that version if it had all the content in it. Sure.
You like the Flash landing in Wonder Woman's tits and stuff?
But yeah, obviously I like that. I don't know how anyone can act like that so bad. Jesus.
Do you like the bit where they drop the box and then they mess it up and then Flash goes and they drop the box in again and then he time travels it a little bit, but then they don't pay that off because they got rid of the time travel part later in the movie? So he just does that, and there's just a scene where he drops the box wrong and it's just in the fucking Whedon version for no reason.
I mean, that would have been epic if they had included that scene later.
Well, they did. That's why everyone says the Snyder Cut's better, because they got all this other stuff that like makes these things make sense.
But the Snyder Cut is just so cringe. It's like, it's just unhinged in how cringe it is.
It is 4:3.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's trying so hard to be cringe. It's basically like Elon Musk's Twitter now. Okay, it's like
Elon Musk's
just wrong, Florian. You're just wrong.
I'm excited to get there.
Much?
Yeah, the Snyder Cut rules.
We'll see.
I mean, I guess. I mean, like. I mean, it should have been epic. Like, if you just put in all the stuff, but then, like, why'd he have to make it so stupid? Like, why'd he make it so dad joke? Like, where it's like, oh, this Batman scene is going on for like so long. Well, not dad joke, but I don't know. It's like, it's so uncomfortably weird that way.
I don't know.
If we eventually get around to it, you'll have to tell me what the fuck you're talking about. Cause...
I mean, just like look at like Steppenwolf looks. Look how stupid his design is. Like, why did he decide that? Just so he could look different than the other cut.
It's cool in the fucking Snyder movie.
What? You like that?
He looks a little dumb in both of them, but they just chose like a dumb looking character, I think. I don't know.
I mean, he looks like beyond ridiculous in the Snyder cut.
He's made out of staples or something, but that's like a cool alien costume though. That looks kind of neat compared to the other one.
Yeah, it's cool how like all of the bits are moving around and fucking like it looks like a rainbow at times. Like
it's
cool.
It's so impractical. And this is like the big bad is like this randomly rearranging face, like it's just like a transformer that never stops transforming.
Well, that's great though. That's cool. I don't know.
And then his head falls off.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, I guess one major plot point in this is Jim Gordon's wife is pregnant, and then has that child, who gets kidnapped at the end, which is fun.
It's so funny in the end that he's beating the kid. He's beating Gordon up while he's holding the kid.
Yeah, he's like
Jesus Christ.
That fucking guy is so unhinged and crazy about it. It's great. But yeah, and it's like I love that. One great detail, right, is that kid grows up to be Jim Gordon Jr., who is like an insane serial killer character who they use.
Whoa,
he's
really?
He's like completely fucked up because of this, what happened to him here.
Jesus Christ. He can't possibly remember that when he was a fucking infant, though.
It traumatized him. That's the explanation they give, I'm pretty sure. So, and they like use him. He's like a really like disturbed, awful serial killer. And like they use him sometimes to get into the twisted mind of like the Joker and stuff. Like, what would you do what would you do in this situation? Because you're a fucking psychopath too, But he's like willing to help out sometimes because he's Jim Gordon's kid.
Damn,
this is ringing some kind of bell for me. I must have fucking heard about this at some point.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow.
It's a great detail.
I mean, it's just Hannibal Lecter, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. They do that a lot in comics, right? There's Calendar Man is that in like Long Halloween or whatever, so,
Jesus, Calendar Man?
Yeah, Calendar Man.
Well, he's got such insights, I bet.
I don't remember. Well, his gimmick he's calendar, right? And he talks in like poems about the months or some shit, I think.
Well, yeah, that guy's gonna give you great insight on your current case.
He helped him figure out whoever the bad guy in Long Halloween the bad guy was. I don't remember. He helped him out. Yeah.
How convenient. Well,
yeah. That's,
I guess they didn't include him for completely no reason, huh?
yeah. These are good stories, Long Halloween's another classic Batman 80s story and stuff, like this sort of.
Well,
yeah.
Don't know if I've seen that.
I don't know if they did a movie out of that. I probably have by now.
Oh, okay.
There's bits of it are in Dark Knight, like when they burn all the money. That's from Long Halloween. But it's actually Batman and Gordon burn all the money in Long Halloween, though.
Oh, why would they do that?
Because they found a big criminal money stash, so they burned it all.
Wow.
Yeah. I forget if there's like a reason they can't take it in and like put it in the evidence locker or whatever. I don't remember. Yeah.
It would be amazing if they're just like actually capitalism bad and then they burn the money.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this year one Batman in general and how he is willing to like let himself die if he doesn't get his inspiration, He's like crazy dedicated to it.
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I think that you don't buy it for me.
No, I don't. I didn't get that vibe.
Batman is the animating like part of Bruce Wayne's life that keeps him alive and keeps him like active. I think otherwise he would truly be insane or truly be like just not able to go about his day. So
you two understood it as him just giving up Batman and not his life.
No, he said he would let himself die. Okay, that's just dialogue in the movie where he says that. Yeah, so. Yeah.
I don't know. Did he?
Wow. He did. Well, there's it's funny because this he's not that crazy compared to other Frank Miller stuff because every Frank Miller comic is in its own Miller universe. So, at least all the Batman stuff, which includes like Batman Spawn and stuff like that he's done.
Really?
Yeah. But this
Batman Spawn?
It's a crossover with Spawn, where Batman met Spawn.
I need to see this. Is this a movie?
No, it's a comic from 20 years ago or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, but
I should finally watch the Spawn movie as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
God.
Frank Miller kind of.
No, it's bad. Is that what you're saying?
The Spawn movie. Yeah.
The effects definitely are bad.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the effect snob.
Yeah. But Frank Miller
The
is
effects were even
great.
bad for the time.
Yeah. That's like a 90s
Well, you
movie,
know,
right?
I don't care.
Well, it has to be 90s, right? Because Spawn isn't. They wouldn't make a Spawn movie any point, but like after the 90s, right? I know they're doing a new one, but.
Well, that was instantly disproved.
No, listen, because now there's 90s nostalgia, okay? Spawn was really big for like 5 months in the 90s, and then they made the movie like 2 years after that to try to cash in, and they failed. And now he's nostalgic, so they can do it again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how is he nostalgic if he flopped in the first place?
Because the comic did really good at a period where comics were weird and stuff. From what I hear, like in the 90s, you could just make a comic with cool art, and even if the story was non-existent or dog shit, it would just sell really well. And that was sort of that was a large thing for like the Image Comics sort of thing and stuff at the start, where there was some degree of like you can skip on the story and just make stuff look really cool, and that helped them a lot. Yeah.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, but yeah, this Batman shows up in all sorts of other stuff, and my favorite appearance is Frank Miller's All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder.
Oh God! What does he fucking do in that one?
He kidnaps Dick Grayson, like, because this is like a Robin origin story, so it shows him. He just kidnaps him. He fucking crashes into a bunch of police cars right after Dick's parents die, and he fucking picks him up and he kidnaps him, and then he calls him he calls him retarded, and then he brings him home.
I knew about that. I knew about that. Yeah,
that's the famous quote. It's so good. But in that story, like, Batman is he's a psychopath. Like, fucking, they're trying to like form the Justice League, and they go to talk to him and stuff, and he, like, Green Lantern goes to talk to him, and he fucking paints like an entire room yellow. Just to fuck with Green Lantern. Yeah. And he
wait, why wouldn't he? Of course, it's like having his kryptonite for Superman. That's what he would do.
Yeah, but instead of a ring, they like Green Lantern comes to talk to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to you. Fucking meet me here later, okay?" And then Green Lantern goes there, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck, dude? I'm just trying to talk to you, man." But he's painted everything yellow, and he's threatening him and shit, and it's like, it's like a Batman who's like clearly moments away from the edge and stuff at all times. He's so close to going completely over.
All right, that yellow room sounds nice.
It's just, well, because I mean you can see it in the comic and stuff though, and it looks so dumb and weird because the whole thing's, it's illustrated. You can look at the fucking crazy yellow room because they went and painted this whole room yellow just to talk to Green Lantern, and it's weird. But I hope they do an all-star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder adaptation someday, because that would be very fun.
That will never happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the story's not even finished. They just abandoned it. So
we're seeing like a million Batman, so I don't know. It seems like anything Batman will actually happen at some point.
They keep doing animated movies and stuff. I mean, the current animated universe died with they did Crisis on Infinite Earths for that and deleted it all. But who knows? They'll probably do more animated stuff, We'll see.
Deletion.
Yeah. Yeah. And Frank Miller himself kind of went off the deep end at a point because he started like after 9/11, he started writing like it was supposed to be a Batman comic about like a vigilante superhero who just went and fought Muslims and stuff and killed the fuck out of every Muslim. And that was supposed to be Batman, and DC was like, no. So there's like a comic out there where it's just it's Holy Terror, and it's just Batman with no ears. This is just the character going around there, and
that sounds so epic. Wow.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's and there's they made sequels to all these things that got all ridiculous too. So
man, you should do a sequel where it's about Israel. And he's totally siding with Israel. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you should do a Holy Terror sequel. I think Frank's doing better now. He's less bizarre, and his stuff has gotten better again. But
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I'm trying to think of what even happened in this in this year one movie now. Is that it's very plain. There's not a whole lot of like super deep story going on, right? He threatens the mob, and then the mob tries to get him, and you know.
It kind of felt like I don't even know what's going on half the time. It's crazy.
No. I like the bit.
Tragic.
I like the bit where he saves Gordon's son, and then he's, you know, because he's not in the bat suit, but Gordon's like, you know, well, I can't, you know, I can't see without my glasses, you know. He's like telling him like he can. He's not gonna tell anyone, you know, about this. So that's pretty fun.
Yep.
I don't know.
He finally saw Batman's hidden personality, and he's not telling anyone. Wow, what a true friend. But only because his son was saved. Otherwise, he would have definitely ratted Batman out.
Well, you know, I mean, they got to be friends somehow, you know, because that's their status quo. So even though Gordon would not be friends with Batman, especially not a psychopath Batman, so.
Is he even a psychopath in this? I think he's done
he's
like
a little bit
good things.
He does good things, but I think he is kind of a crazy, reckless guy in this. Which, you know.
Wow.
Which that's fun for first Batman adventure. You know, he's pushing very hard on it. I like when he calls all the bats with the bat thing.
That's always cool.
Yeah.
Something that they do in Batman Begins. Like,
yeah, it was morbing time.
And that's like
calling in all the bats.
Yeah. That's like the silliest moment in the Nolan trilogy, and it's just because it's from this comic, you know? They never let it get that heightened ever again. But,
that's not true. The Dark Knight Rises is insane.
I don't know. It's they try to make it all grounded. I mean, the things that happen are actually ridiculous in that, but like they try to make it seem like they're not, though, you know?
They fucking lead every cop into the fucking
yeah.
underground of Gotham, and they're like, "Oh no, we're trapped in here."
That's because it's like a poorly written movie. That's like not because it's like a tonal thing they're trying to go for, like they were with the Batman Begins thing, though. So
wow,
I don't care for those Nolan movies. We'll see when we get there. But yeah.
What does Ebert think of those?
Oh, I like them a lot.
Yeah, they are great.
I think they're much less serious than people say they are.
I don't like that
they've got a sense of humor about themselves.
Well, they just have like the very best Joker ever, and no one will come close, I guess.
I just don't like that they take the visuals and stuff are too self-serious. You know, like he has this stupid military tank thing instead of a cool car with a jet engine on it. You know, that's what I want.
No, that's cool. That's cool. And the bat pod comes out of that. It's so
that's kind of
good.
neat that it comes that the bike comes out of it. Yeah, but you know, I'd prefer I take the '89 Batmobile any day. You know, any regular that's like a psychotic crazy guy car with the fucking wings on it.
I guess you just hate that they made it popular, and now he's always gonna have a tank.
Well, you know, the tank. Technically, the first Bat tank, I think, is from Dark Knight Returns. And it is just the Batmobile there, but it is like a tank.
Yeah.
And that's fun. But,
yeah, I guess so.
It's a different sort of tank. That's like more of a giant box on tank treads and stuff, more than it is like a tumbler kind of vehicle, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's, you know, we'll see when we get to those. But, yeah. Maybe it was a mistake.
I think you're gonna have a change of heart. I think the years away from it and the other aspects of or other iterations of Batman that have come since is gonna make you appreciate it.
I don't know. I think my main issue is more so the impact it has on everything. Because if it were just Dark Knight, it would be okay. But like, they take everything so self-serious with Batman now and everything.
That's bullshit. You can't blame it. You can't blame
it. I can blame it.
So wait, but you do like the Batman?
The Batman I like, yeah, but I think the Batman, it has at least like a stylized kind of look to the whole thing.
Honestly, to me, that's even more self-serious than
that's super self-serious.
I'm okay with them taking like the story serious and stuff. I just don't like that it looks very bland and stuff, you know. For Dark Knight, that's my main issue with it. Yeah.
Bland.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
He just lives in Chicago, and that's boring. He should live in this fucking crazy city with all the gargoyles and shit, you know? That's what I like.
Well, it is a crazy city in Batman Begins.
They do a lot more of that, yeah. There's a lot... I guess probably from the pre-Nolan version of it and stuff, or just, like the studio had more control on that first one and stuff. I don't know. There's something with it where it is more interesting like that, and the fact that it has like Ra's al Ghul, who I don't know if Nolan would have touched him if that wasn't in there already or something, but I'm not sure. I couldn't say. I don't know.
Well, who knows? Maybe not. But I mean, it makes sense to make him more grounded. Like, that's not bad. You didn't.
I don't like it.
I mean, like on the old ones that we didn't have like Gargoyle City either, right?
Well, we haven't gotten to the Tim Burton ones though, which really lean into that. So maybe not specifically the gargoyles, but
But that's just one of them. Like the Adam West one was really campy and didn't look at all like crazy gothic stuff that you want.
Well, that's fun though, That's like a nice fun one-off. Is that there's the really silly Batman movie from the '60s, But that's not most of them. I don't know. We'll see when we get to the Nolan. Yeah. It'll be an interesting time anyway.
We're gonna finally get to the contrarian purple opinion who hates the Dark Knight.
Yeah. I have only one note left for this whole year one movie. When Alfred opens the door to let Jim Gordon into the mansion, it plays the sound that it makes when you open the mystery box in Call of Duty Zombies. I recognize that sound effect, and it got me. I should have played the whole little jingle.
Free sound effect.
Yeah, that's because Call of Duty Zombies was like cobbled together by one guy in an afternoon or whatever, so it's using a lot of stock assets. Yeah, well, that's good. That's fun, This isn't a terrible movie, I think, but it's not. I don't watch it and get like, oh, this is something I needed to watch. It is very plain and stuff without all the narration, I think, and you'd be better served just reading the comic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really didn't do much for me, I guess. I mean, except for Bryan Cranston, obviously, who is great, but like...
Yeah, he's perfect.
Other than Cranston is great casting as...
He could still be a perfect Jim Gordon live-action actor if they wanted to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be amazing.
Better than J.K. Simmons, Like, not that J.K. Simmons is bad, but he's not Jim Gordon, especially if he's bald. It doesn't look right.
Wait, when did this happen? I must have missed that.
In your favorite Justice League movie, he's played by J.K. Simmons.
Wow, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he's in like 2 scenes of that movie.
Whoa, there you go. Okay, well, also, I guess I probably didn't appreciate him as much back then. He's so good. Yeah. Like, oh my god, Omni-Man is so fucking good with him acting.
Oh yeah, he's Omni-Man. I gotta watch Invincible just for that, really. Yeah. That'd be fun.
You gotta. He is the best part of it. Yeah. I guess he's kind of in the boring part of his story now, but he's getting out.
Okay, that's good. Oh yeah. Is there anything much more to say about Batman Year One, or should we move on to the wheel?
Let's do the wheel.
All right, let's pull this up. Let me pull up my capture device here.
Oh yeah, you were gonna name this video about the sex workers get punished for the wicked woke crimes.
It was gonna be Batman fights woke crime boss, I believe. Yeah.
Well, you're not tying it into the sex workers. How's he woke?
That's fine. I don't know. That's a bit. For the viewers at home, you're gonna have to wait for the explanation will come in the next episode. Okay, so make sure you tune into our 1984 review.
I thought you were gonna make it work better. Jeez.
No, I won't bother. Okay, here we go. We got the wheel up.
The best clickbait is when it actually makes sense. Jeez.
Yeah. What are we hoping for on the wheel today?
Cats.
No, not cats.
Not cats.
Something Batman Beyond related. I don't know whether there's anything Batman Beyond related on our wheel.
We've got Return of the Joker, the movie from Batman Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah, or like multi-episode arc, whatever it was. Probably
always
both.
Good to have a Joker.
Yeah, and I would like. I could go for The Flash. Okay, Andy Muschietti's fantastic Flash movie.
For the new one.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a
Wait, is
spin.
the Flash on? I guess it would be. If it
That's
was,
a
like, if it
Batman
has a lot of
movie.
Batman.
Michael Keaton's
Yeah,
in it. Yeah, he's like the main character. So
Stealth Batman movie. Yeah.
yeah. All right,
Well,
I'm gonna spin it.
The Ezra Miller Flash, really?
Yeah.
Hell yes! I can't wait to review that masterpiece again.
All right, let me spin. I clicked it. It's spinning. Oh my god, it's spinning.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh. Will it be? Oh. We got Batman Begins, dude.
Oh shit!
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
There it is.
All
That ties right in with everything we've been talking about. So
Damn.
there we go.
I am looking forward to revisiting this. We've got
Damn it.
Oscar winner Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow, which you hate.
As the fucking worst scarecrow in the world.
Got
The
Liam
only
Neeson.
and worst. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what? I rewatched that. Oh no, I watched it for the first time, like within Letterbox stuff, like within the last year that I've been doing Letterbox. So
Wow.
it'll be interesting to see if I like it more than I did then, because I did not care for it much at all, honestly. So we'll see.
Yeah, some people really think this one's so epic. This is before the cool Dark Knight stuff happens, right? But it's still in the same universe, right?
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
before
it's a
Dark
Christopher
Knight.
Nolan movie. It's the same characters. Yeah.
Huh?
Jeez, Roger Ebert gave it 4 stars. My God,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
You gotta appreciate. You gotta respect.
I
I
don't
think
know.
I've seen it when it came out, and it left no impression on me. And then
It's so good. It's such a good invention of, or not invention, but it's such a good iteration of the Batman origins. Is just he trains to be a ninja.
you see that.
Well, that's fun.
probably the reason why I didn't like this movie, even because I can't stand origin stories. It's so cocked when you're just hearing about this great character, and then the end of the movie is, oh, he exists now. Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I wish we could have just seen him in action, actually.
yeah. Last time I
that's
watched
just
this,
me.
I gave Batman Begins 2.5 stars on here.
Jesus Christ!
That's the
You're
same as I
just-
gave Ant-Man, That's not.
You're
That's not
just
too bad.
sour.
Which Ant-Man?
The first Ant-Man,
Wow.
yeah, and Let There Be Carnage.
This is such a better made movie than the fucking first Ant-Man. Are you fucking kidding me?
I just hate what
Fucking
they do
Colonel.
with the character.
I'm gonna become your fucking Joker, Colonel. This is when it starts.
We'll see.
I can't believe that you both would slander the great Ant-Man like this.
Ant-Man
okay?
1 is not. Listen, 2.5 isn't a terrible movie. Okay, that's a perfectly fun, enjoyable, okay movie.
You don't enjoy 2.5 out of 5 movies, okay?
I gave. What else did I give 2.5? I gave fucking the first Planet of the Apes reboot with James Franco.
Another brilliant movie scorned by
That's a good movie.
your favorite
It's okay.
praise.
The Mask, Jim Carrey, X-Men Last Stand,
Man, I wish I could see The Mask. I've
Yeah.
seen
You can
songs.
always
I
watch
can see
it.
the mask.
You can always see the
Florian,
Mask.
you can watch the mask anytime
It's
you
out
want.
there.
man.
Look, I wish I could see The Mask and share it with people who care. Okay.
The children
Uh-huh.
yearn for the mask.
I remember when I was a little child and I went to the museum of. I guess it's like a tactical museum in Munich, and they had a scene from The Mask, and you could play really stupid sound effects over it. I guess you could pick. There were 5 sound effects you could pick, and they have the real ones from the movie, and I guess you could pick whichever one fits in the scene, but it wouldn't have made too much of a difference because they're all so silly, I guess.
Okay.
So-
It's like an
and then
editing exercise kind of thing at the museum. That's fun.
And then there were like Lego blocks that you could rearrange and do stop motion with. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And,
have
I was really impressed by the goofy animated mask, that Jim Carrey puts on.
It's most of the movie it's just his face with some prosthetics on it, which is really the cool part of it. I think is the fact that he can make the cartoon faces.
Yeah, and then his eyeballs pop out.
Yeah. Well, that's CGI, but
No way! Wow.
Jim Carrey, he's pretty good with his face. He can't quite shoot his eyeballs straight out of his head and pull them back in, though. Not quite.
If there's anyone who could, it would be him.
It would be him, yeah.
Well, there's definitely people who can do it. It's just not as convincing, I guess.
He should do it in Sonic 4. They should get a practical version of him doing that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Man, I hope he makes a Sonic 4.
I'm sure he'll show up. They'll pay him a lot of money and he'll come back, I'm sure. But,
He's always on the verge of quitting. It's so cucked about him. He should be as big as Adam Sandler, but no, he had to be the crybaby.
I feel like Jim Carrey's more notable than Adam Sandler at this point, I hope. But
no, he isn't. He's got like 5 movies he's in.
That's not true. He's in Truman Show. Okay, that's great.
But that was 1,000,000 years ago.
Yeah. Well, so is everything good that Adam Sandler's been, except for like Uncut Gems. So.
No, Adam Sandler's still cooking. Don't give me that.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he's no Nicolas Cage, but he is trying. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. They should do a Mask remake and cast what's his name from Megalopolis? Adam, whatever.
Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver. He should play the new Mask. I think that would be good.
Why? He's such a serious actor.
I don't know, because it'd be fun. Okay, just do it.
Wow.
Just do new Mask. But yeah, they'll never do that though. Probably.
I mean, that seems like the worst casting.
I disagree. But what would do we want to plug something before we sign off here? What would you like to plug, Florian?
Well, you should all watch my political videos about how America is getting worse every day.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely will do.
My original take after Trump won the election is that I tried as a liberal and I was rejected. And now I'm willing to see if Trump can, if getting rid of the woke will be good or not. And now I'm seeing that Trump is completely unhinged and he's fucking everything up. And I'm just so disappointed in America. I don't know.
Yeah. Miss Bleak. And what do you have to plug for us, Florian? Or for Erich? Sorry.
Yeah, you can find me on Letterboxd or 1138, where I'm watching every Disney movie. I just watched The Lone Ranger last week, which is a very good popcorn movie.
Oh, with Johnny Depp?
With Johnny Depp, yes.
Hell yeah.
I was impressed by that movie. The sequences are incredible.
Oh.
And, we don't make movies like this anymore.
I heard nothing but bad things about that for years, so I might have to check it out.
I could have sworn out that came out really recently and everyone hated it.
It is like an incredibly cursed movie that stars Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer. However, the fucking action sequences in it are just so well put together. It's just insane.
Okay.
Man,
that's exciting.
Johnny Depp is so awesome. Like he is way better than Jim Carrey because he actually continued putting in the work. I know he's probably raped someone or something stupid, but I don't care. Okay, death of the author or actor even.
Florian really saving the last minutes of this podcast to like drop some bombs.
I don't give a shit. Okay, bring back Kevin Spacey. I'm glad they brought back Mel Gibson. Okay, he was always one of the goats, and he's cooking once again, even though Flight Risk was not well appreciated, but it was still okay. All right, he's trying.
Erich, we've been competing now for who will win the Letterboxd movies of the year, highest number, right?
Yeah.
And I remember last time I made an offhand joke about how I would watch a whole bunch of short films to pump the numbers, right?
And guess who did?
And then I could not help but notice like 20 of them you watched in one day. So I had to go and I watched about half of the ones that you did, and I watched a bunch of like salad fingers type stuff, and I got us right back to even on
salad
that.
Fingers?
So. We're even. We're
pretty close.
Now.
Yeah, I'm at 114, so that's good.
Wow, you guys are really into this. It's crazy.
Yeah. We gotta do it. I watched the Chub Save Xmas. That was pretty good.
What is that?
I don't know. It's some terrible short film that Sony made in the 2007. Yeah. So
Is there someone really fat in it?
No, the Chub Chubs are aliens. Okay. So the Chub
Okay,
Chubs
that
Save
sounds
Xmas is
fun.
a sequel to the first Chub Chubs one, which is mostly like a Star Wars joke, kind of. The Chub Chubs one, there's like Jar Jar Binks shows up and they make fun of him and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
how could they make fun of him?
Yeah. Well, there's this alien who really likes doing karaoke in the bar, right? And then there's this. Oh, they're like, oh, the Chub Chubs are coming, right? And the Chub Chubs come, and he like doesn't know what the Chub Chubs look like though, so he befriends these like little fuzzy nice creatures, right? But then it's revealed that they're the Chub Chubs and they eat all of the evil guys and stuff for him, and then the Chub Chubs become friends with this little alien guy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. And then in Chub Chub Save Xmas, it was slightly better than the first Chub Chubs because there was they go to Earth and they like blow up Santa's workshop or something, and then they try to go and do Christmas on their own, right? But then the Chub Chubs ruin Christmas, but they punish a nerd hacker kid who's evil, and so then then the Chub Chubs, because that Santa's just so happy, even though they ruined Christmas for everyone else, he's so happy that they fucked with this awful little nerd kid, that he like rewards them with a new house. So
Wow.
yeah. The Chub Chubs universe ends with the Chub Chubs on Earth with their little alien friend guy. With Meeper. So that's pretty good.
Meeper?
Yeah, that's the main guy. Meeper.
Impressive.
Yeah. That's the Chub Chubs. Thank you guys for watching our Batman podcast.
That will be reviewed today. Wow.
Yeah, enough. We talked enough about Batman stuff for one episode. That's good. Thank you guys for watching.
I think the 1984 was probably the way better podcast.
Who knows?
Definitely watch that one next
Probably.
when it comes out.
Yeah, watch the next one, guys. And like it and subscribe. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.
See ya.